Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last episode, we had a little bit of fun, as we do all the time in this game, I suppose. Messed around into the machine and high-class heist. That being, playing around in what's basically a giant machine that likes to bug out the game for some reason. As well as, well, something a little bit more high-class. Now then, though.
If my knowledge of mechanical engineering serves me right, applying significant rotational torque to achieve maximum velocity will yield a positive result.
You mean something good might happen if I can get the wheel to spin fast enough?
Isn't that what I just said?
Well, that works too. So we have this little thing that, as far as I'm aware, you only ever see once in the game after this. But this is actually the first level I did on my main file, so it's kind of weird that I did it out of order this time. But to the fire down below, which sounds a little bit peculiar, but definitely not that bad of a place to be in, or at least around here.
Temperature's reading way off the charts in here. This must be the power source for the storm machine.
The annoying thing though is, as you can see right here, you actually start out right next to the vault. This place also lags a little bit, I don't know why. But you start right next to the vault here, which I'm not very happy with because that means I have to come back here. It's better than being in the middle of the level, but still. Okay, get up there, Sly. Anyways, there's something really special about this level anyways. Just a quick place to run through and get out. Since this is still so early in the game, of course everything is really short. Okay, could you please, Sly? And not get burnt in the process. Oh, hi. Always make sure your triangle button is bound to what you want it to be bound to, so you don't accidentally end up vigorously rolling at your enemy instead of actually attacking them. Close. Anyway, as long as you can actually keep your eye out for, well, whatever you might happen to want in this level, everything should be fine. Something that I think is kind of odd, though, I'll take care of this guy first, though. Something that I think is kind of odd is these big black rocks give you a ton of gold. Which means that in just a moment, with one more coin, bonk, bonk, there, I have yet another horseshoe. Hooray. Wait a minute. I thought... Oh. So if you somehow managed to skip the text, or skip the cutscene that told you how to use this thing to get into this level, which would be really weird because how would you do that? You're not supposed to, you can do it, but... Anyways, if you got into this level, you obviously don't need to be taught how to use this thing. But if you manage to get into this level without actually being told how to, by just kind of skipping that little area that you'll walk into to be told how to use this thing, you'll then be prompted to have an explanation of how it works again right here, which I find kind of weird. Anyways, you can jump up here if you want to be quick. That's all you're supposed to do. The fun thing you're supposed to do is run up here, get spinning, and grab on so you can swing around. It's not enough for a round trip though, so be careful. I like how he takes longer to swing his hammer when I'm here than when he's just hitting the ground. It's a very prepared fellow. But there are things over here that I feel I might as well show. I'm not really going to skip portions of the level on a playthrough like this one, so... Even though I'm going to show the shortcut, I'm going to do the whole thing too. Also things like, these bottles to be found as well on this path. Now then. Whoa. No. Oh, that was nice. Something that I like is that you clip straight through things when you teleport back from after getting hurt, which is actually pretty practical. Also lends itself to a couple of bugs, namely one that lets you skip the entire second portion of the first episode. Episode being Ocean of Terror or whatever the level's called. I don't quite remember. What is it called? I don't quite remember now. Oh well. Tides of Terror is what I think this place is called. I don't remember. Sounds right though. Come on, Sly. There you go. But man, let's slow down this place. I don't know why this place gets slowed down so much. Most other places in the game that I've seen have absolutely no such issues, but well, thankfully we can get lots of coins from these black things to get our horseshoe back, I guess. So this part right here might not be too intuitive for you, right? If you don't already know what to do. I didn't understand it at all the first time I did it. I just kind of ended up completing it by accident. But you might notice there's just a searchlight just kind of going over this thing and back. If you look up through the glass when you're spinning this, you're moving conveyor belts, and those conveyor belts move around a giant hot rock. With physics. So you can do this one length at a time. And once it touches, whoops, it's almost here. And once it touches this, come on, there you go, place right here, it will actually break it open for you, however conveniently. And then you can just run through here and get through this laggy place. Blah. Thankfully, this game being laggy isn't as bad as SSX Tricky being laggy. But anyways, so now we have the vault done, or now we can actually access the vault, but doesn't do us much good, since we don't actually happen to be anywhere near it. But since it's not in the middle of the level, it's right at the very beginning, you can just... Oh yeah, it also just throws you out of the level afterwards, instead of letting you walk right back in. But of course I can teleport anyways. But we're gonna have to make one more trip down to the fire down below, so we can pick this thing up, and then be done with the lag in this place.
I'm unbeatable! No code can stand before me! It's got to be 579!
Man, I never thought entering codes in this game could be any slower. Now, what might this be?
Outstanding! Another page from the Thievius Raccoonus! This one features Dev Cooperenda's slow motion jumps.
Oh.
He used this to get by all kinds of airborne threats. Hit the triangle button while in the air to slow down time.
The fact that I'm uploading a video while recording this probably isn't helping the performance, but friggin' video stopped uploading at 13% earlier without me realizing it, so that's just how it's gonna happen. Anyway, so we have that done too. So now, as it said, we have this slow motion ability. It can only be used in the air for one, but it just slows down the game a lot. That's all there is to it. Now, amusingly enough, if you do it with just the right timing, it's kind of hard. If you do it with the right timing, there you go. Cooper's head can get a little abnormal. Anyway, so now we have enough keys to get through that lock, so we can destroy the generator. But first, what I think would be a good idea to do Why'd that coin just appear there? Well, first what I think would be a good idea to do is actually go to the next available area.
Hey, Sly, you can adjust the game camera using the right analog stick. And to bring the camera behind you, click it.
I think this game waits a little bit too long to tell you certain things like this one, but oh well. But there's another area we can go to right here that we're gonna have to go to later anyways, so might as well. That guy, if you're wondering, will actually just shoot projectiles at you if he hits you. Those projectiles also can go through walls, which means, in fact, that if you alarm him and then run down off this gap, or off this ledge, you can actually get him to hit the generator that's below me right now, and grant you passage through the area before you actually collect any keys. It's a peculiar exploit, but a very useful one if you're looking to grant yourself passage through the game a little bit more quickly than you're supposed to. Most exploits in this game come from some sort of things clipping through walls. Anyway, so this one's actually an interesting level. It's short, kind of, but it's gimmicky and in an odd way fun at the same
This
time.
rat's got pegged.
Raleigh appears to have booby-trapped this entire place.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't you get it, Sly? If you step on that rug, forget about becoming a master thief. You'll be a master dartboard.
Wait a second. What if I jumped into that barrel for protection?
I don't know. It looks pretty risky and very unsanitary.
Only one way to find out.
So what you do? Jump in here and collect all of the coins these rats have dropped, or at least a couple of them. Because these globe things will, of course, shoot at you while you're out of your, well, whether or not you're in the barrel. But you are completely invincible to them if you're in the barrel. Go away. So then, you do want the barrel to be with you at all times. You need the barrel with you the entire time to complete the level. Kind of curious what would happen if you actually went on that elevator and had to squish you. I'm not going to try that out right now. Now, I'm not sure at this point in time if barrels ever appear again in the game, but I think it's, I'm using a little mechanically added in for at least one level. If it's just the one level, it's kind of an interesting gimmick just to have for such a short period of time, I think. By no means a great one, but still. Come on, I want to jump out at him immediately. Well, I've actually been kind of cool looking. Life that we by no means actually need. And there's so many things to be found here that give you lots of money. This place is really dense in terms of collectibles. I don't know why. Also, there's no reason to run through there. Just get to jump on that enemy from up here. But basically, there's so many collectibles everywhere on this level. Yeah, extra life. But there's so many collectibles everywhere on this level that you can get so much health in such a short period of time. You will also have to be constantly searching for clues throughout this entire area because they are everywhere, basically. There's a kind of a disproportionate amount of stuff to collect here for the actual size of the area. It's kind of weird, but... Come on. Jumping in this game does kind of bug me, I'll admit, because of the way you turn away from things when you're touching them, or, there's also the way your double jump is kind of useless. Not entirely, but not as useful as I would like it to be, in that it's necessary to use at times, but will grant you... Ah, come on! Little enough help that it'll still be annoying. I do not know if your barrel will shield you from fire. Maybe it does. I never actually thought to try that. No, don't shoot me. once again, you do need a barrel to be with you. If you trust a barrel, you can just run through, destroy the globes, and ascend onwards to victory. This is actually a really small area that this level takes place in, and you can see the entire thing at almost any point. Which I like a lot, actually. I like when you can see an entire level at once. In this case, by just rolling around up at the top, and that is the vault to the right that you see right now. Basically in the middle of the level, but thankfully this level is pretty short too. And if you know how, you can get through this level pretty quickly as well. What makes this level take a little while is actually just using a barrel to get around. If you're not walking around with a barrel, you can actually get through really quickly. I guess part, especially if you don't care about getting caught, is really easy. If setting off an alarm doesn't pose an issue to you, because you can just turn it off right there. I'll leave the vault alone for now. That's something interesting right... Oh, come on. Something interesting right here, you see this guy with lots of books in front of him. So, if you want to get up past these, you do have to destroy them, preferably without him noticing you. But, if you go after him, instead of... I'll collect that, thank you. Instead of destroying the books, you'll actually notice these books drop quite a lot of coins. And it's very sad to be forced to miss out on all of it because that enemy's looking at you. Just a more economic way of going about things. Alright. Now there's a little bit more to this portion than you might think, because it's multi-tiered. I like how this game has something of a habit of putting things just out of sight where you might not really expect to look. Of course, in this area we can use this to find things, because it will tell us where clues are and whatnot, such as this right here. And you can just get on out by pushing open the door. There's also a... well, it's not here right now. There's a horseshoe that you can sometimes get right there. I guess it's not here right now. Maybe because I think it's because I had a golden horseshoe entering this area. I'm not sure. Whatever the cause. Did I miss somehow a single clue? Because that'd be kind of annoying. Of course, it's not that annoying because I can just use my... what's it called? Binocu something. This game with its weird words. Binocu sure. To find the thing that I missed. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a really weirdly positioned one. I missed this last time I went through the level 2. There's this one just kind of hanging there. Up in the air. I don't know why. Oh, come on, double jump slide. But it's there, I guess. Now, to get up more quickly, what we can do is jump on these books. You can get on top of this bookcase. And there you can jump on top of where the horseshoe appears. And jump back up here. Being quick in this game is basically all about being inventive with your platforming like that. Finding what you can do to get up somewhere more quickly. Oftentimes playing some kind of sequence break that I'm not really sure was intended to be left in the game or not. Just kind of awkward at the same time, but whoops, I should have actually gone back to the vault. And right over here. So what is the code of the day, Bentley? Let us know.
Press the circle to The answer was
And I don't know why these vaults lag so
dial
much.
in 242.
Because most of the levels are actually pretty fine, that aside. Most of the levels. Whatever though. It's not an important part of the game to actually be watching full speed anyways, I guess.
Interesting. Chris Cooper's dive collection technique. This move is an extension of the dive move you already know. Just jump and hit the triangle button near breakable objects for some fast braking, fast collecting action.
I have no idea what it's talking about with collecting things. This is basically just a pound attack. If you have dive selected for your triangle, and then you jump and press triangle, you'll actually have a new attack. That. Doesn't stun enemies or anything fancy like that. It has a pretty small range actually. But it is a nice, easy to perform attack for enemies that are below you. And it's a little bit more dependable than this attack that takes forever to execute. So that having been done, out we go! Now then, we can actually destroy this generator. Which we will do next episode. Next time we have some peculiar fun in Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I'll see you guys next time when we grant ourselves passage to the rest of this rather odd place owned by a toad. See ya guys!